Hello friends, in the previous video we discussed about the smart contract which powers the e-commerce website. But in this video I'm going to discuss about how we can integrate the front end with the back end with the Ethers.js library. It's a JavaScript library which bridges the front end with the back end. So without further delay, let's move on to the video. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Yes, now it's perfect. So in the previous video, we discussed about the smart contract that powers this e-commerce applications. Now we will discuss about the front end and how to bridge the front end with the back end, right? So here we have the important thing which is the app.js, okay, and other components we will discuss about that. So inside the app.js, first thing is we are going to load the blockchain data, which means that we are going to make a JavaScript version of the smart contract which we have deployed it to the blockchain. And with that we are going to get all the items. So we're going to categorize the items with the help of the filter. So after categorizing it according to the categories, like whether it's an electronics, clothing, or the toys, we're going to set each state. Okay, here you can see set electronics, set clothing, set toys. After that, if this three state exists, then we are going to render a section component which takes the title, items, and then the toggle pop. I will explain about the toggle pop. It's going to be very interesting, to be frank. So let's move on to the section component. So here we are handling the title, items, and the toggle pop. Here we're just rendering the title with the help of the HTML tag. And after that we have the card images, card overview. So here you can see on clicking the card, we are calling the toggle pop function, but now we are going to pass the item. So what does this mean? So let's move on to the app.js. Here you can see the toggle pop function which sets the item, and as well as the toggle pop value is being changed. Now, whenever the toggle pop is true, we are again going to render another component which is the product component. Here we is passing the item, provider, account, taps on, and then toggle pop. Let's discuss about the product component. This is going to be very important in the entire application. This powers the entire thing, to be frank. Here what we are doing is on clicking on the buy now button, it calls an buy handler function. What does this buy handler function do? It gets the signer from the MetaMask, and with this signer it calls an buy function from the smart contract which takes two parameters. One is the item ID which we are passing it here. Here you can see item ID, and as well as the Ethereum that is required by the smart contract in order to purchase this item, right? And we are waiting for the transaction to over. As we all know, blockchains are slow in nature. It's very necessary to wait for the transaction to over before moving on to the next process, right? And we are changing the state of the hashbot. So whenever the hashbot changes, we're going to call the function fetch details. Okay, that's what, with the help of the use effect hook in React.js. What does this fetch details mean? So in the previous video we discussed about the smart contract and as well as the event, right? So there we are emitting the event. Here we are extracting the event that is being emitted from the smart contract, and we are going to filter it according to the buyer as well as the item ID, right? That's what we are doing it right here. So if the orders is 0, we're not going to do anything. If it's not 0, what we are going to do is we are going to extract the order from orders mapping, which is a nested mapping that is present in the smart contract. So which takes two things. One is the address, and second one is the order ID. Okay, that's what we are doing it here. Address is nothing but the account, and then we have the order ID which is from the emitted event, right? We are setting the order. Once it's been done, we are checking whether the order is present or not. If the order is present, then we are going to render the current time to the front end for the user, right? So when we click on the cross button, it again toggles the toggle pop, right? Now the toggle pop becomes false. So if the toggle pop state is false, and this product component will not render. So that's all about it. uh, Actually, this is a big project. It took me around 1 month, but I just want to give you the overview of the whole process of how the decentralized application works. So if you feel this video really interesting, really useful, so make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe my channel. So thank you for watching. See you on the next video. Until then, this is Balamurugan. Peace.